Hey, it's Anna Kalinsky with the Anna K. Intown real estate team. I wanted just to talk with you briefly about multiple offer situations. We are seeing a lot of this in our marketplace, and I have a lot of questions from other frustrated agents that may have lost out on a multiple offer, perhaps on one of our listings in a very strong seller's market where there might be low inventory and high demand. So I wanted to offer a couple of tips if you're thinking about being a buyer in today's market, about how you can help outperform other offers on the table. So let's pretend you found your most perfect house ever and it's 2 days in the market and you're wanting to make an offer, and guess what? You're not the only one. Everybody loves it. There was like 72 people at the open house, and this house has to become yours. So a couple things. One, you're going to need a team of professionals. And what I mean by that is you want to be working with a lender who is reputable in the business and not necessarily a big bank. And I'll tell you why. A lot of times the smaller local lenders work with appraisers that really know the market in which you're making the offer with. And an appraiser can make or break a deal. Not saying that you want to overpay for a property, but a lot of times if you're working with some of these bigger banks, they sort of pull from a larger area and bring in an appraiser that maybe works in the suburbs with newer construction homes and doesn't understand the nuances of a historic in-town home, or what that particular street is like in that neighborhood and what that means to the people that live in that neighborhood. So all those things factor into making sure that on paper, when you submit your pre-approval with your offer, that the listing agent, if they're seasoned, will likely recognize who is a really great bank to work with and who is going to make the deal a little bit more challenging. Two, you do want to get pre-approved, and I don't mean just like pre-qualified where you go online and you type in your income. I mean, get pre-approved. Call the professional, maybe meet with them in person, submit your paperwork, your W-2s, your tax returns, have them pull your credit. So when you do submit the offer, really you're just waiting to go under contract and your file looks really clean and good from the underwriting perspective. That speaks volumes to the listing agent when a buyer has gone out of their way to make sure that they've done that already. Three, consider making the offer super clean. And what I mean by that is, let's say price is really great. Perhaps you could maybe shorten some of your contingencies, or maybe not have a contingency. And I mean like due diligence, financing, appraisal contingencies. A lot of times we've picked people that are willing to remove the appraisal contingency because they're offering over asking price and we don't want the appraisal to get in the way of the sale. Or they've made their due diligence period very short because they're showing that they're very interested in moving forward quickly. That's been a big winner for us. And then also just removing any like random special stipulations that complicate the offer. Go buy yourself a home warranty. Get a termite inspection. Don't put that burden on the seller. That just takes away from their bottom line and takes time in the transaction, and can take away from, you may not be the winning bid because of it. And then lastly, you do want to work with a professional. You want to work with a professional buyer's agent in the marketplace. And a lot of times buyers feel like if they're not working with an agent, they'll be able to save a bunch of money because they'll get a better price. But the reality is that a good buyer's agent should be able to negotiate a better deal for you. If there's negotiating room, then you would pretty much entice the listing agent to take off their commission, because if anybody's reducing their commission, it probably is the listing agent, and that's typically going to benefit the seller. And as a listing agent, I actually prefer to see a professional on the other side of the deal because I know they're bringing a qualified, bona fide offer and buyer to the table that is going to field all the questions, make sure that they're checking in with the lender and the closing attorney and making sure that things happen on time, which is a crucial part of that transaction. And then one little cherry on the top, if you feel inclined to do this, you might consider writing an offer letter to the seller if it is an owner-occupied seller, because, this is probably a really emotional transaction for them, as it is for you, possibly. And how cool would it be just to connect with them and let them know why you're interested in their house and what you fell in love with about their property and how you can see yourself and picture yourself living there in that next phase of your life. So those things can go a really long way. And like I said, listing agents kind of hold the cards, and their sellers are looking to them to advise, well, which offer should we go with? And I think it's important that you hire a professional, work with a reputable lender, make your offer clean, remove any sort of bells and whistles, and then maybe offer a little bit of an emotional pitch cover letter, let people know who you are, and who knows, you might be the lucky winner. I wish you the best of luck on your home search. If we can help you with anything buying or selling in the marketplace here in Atlanta, actually, or anywhere in the country, please reach out to us, 678-400-9151, and I look forward to talking with you.